In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I like to make Warhammer 40k maps. I feel like there's no right or wrong way to do this, but there's definitely some things I think you can do to help blend them in and make them a little bit more realistic. And we'll go through that as the video goes on. Oh, you can see there to the bottom right is my wiener dog Peanut. He's a cute little stinker. Love the guy. So first off, obviously, get your battle mat out. So my first step when I start thinking about what kind of board I want to make is I usually pick a theme and I build around that one theme. That way you're not overcomplicating things, and I find it really helps streamline the design process. And for this board, I knew my theme was going to be moon and craters. So I needed to solve two things: the look and feel of a moon base or a moon outpost, and some bombed out craters. This is the part that I really like to do on my maps. I think it really adds a creative effect. The only issue is finding the right rock material to help blend in the rest of the scenery. So here I'm debating between this lighter gray stuff is limestone and that darker gray stuff is crushed up tile. So I ended up kind of liking the limestone better just because it is a lighter gray, and I feel like that kind of suits a moon map more than the dark gray material does. So I noticed after I filtered it out that there's a coarse grade and a fine grade to the limestone, and I like having options, so I end up deciding that I want to filter out the two. So, grab a filtering tool and an assistant. In this case, it's my lovely fiance there. You can start shaking it out and separating the finer grade from the coarse grade. It's a lot more work, this step, but in my eyes, all great things are worth a little extra work. So you know how when you do a repetitive task for a very long time, you can kind of lose focus, and then you do something like this. Yep, I just dumped all that coarse rock back into the material we just finished sifting. That was painful, but kind of funny to watch. I was probably really frustrated in that moment, but life goes on. In the end, it turned out okay anyway. So now that I've settled on a design, now it's time to start blending everything in. This part my fiance designed. She said that she imagined a train was driving and then the front end got exploded and it derailed a whole bunch of cargo crates. I thought that was really cool. So the quantity of my fine grade was limited, so I opted to use the coarser grade to build it up and then finish it off with the fine grade where I could, and where it made the most sense, of course. So in keeping with the theme of craters, I was trying to imagine how they'd interact with the buildings around them. And then I thought of that idea, just kind of making it look like it blasted out through the windows. And of course, the only way to make moon rock look good is to do a Salt Bae sprinkle. Classic. This is probably where I have the most fun. Just trying to imagine how these craters interact with the terrain features around them. You know, what kind of blast radiuses they'd have, the dust exploding in which direction. Just all things that the imagination can get a little carried away with. And that's really the fun of it. And here's the final product. Not bad. Let's shift the mood a little bit here. Throw some models on the map and let's get some glamour shots. Well, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And this may or may not have been a sneak peek of what's to come. Make sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.